I wanted to ask you about Osho. It's a big person, it's a big question, but maybe the best to sum up would be, what did he give you that you're still carrying on? You want to start?
Well, Osho said, many times I heard him say one thing, and he said, I can't give you anything. You know, you think I'm giving you stuff by talking, but all I'm doing is taking away concepts and ideas that you've built up over the years of your life, that you've said, okay, this is who I am. And you come to me saying, this is who I am. And what I have to do is, because I can see the real you, so I'm like, okay, I've got to do this, I've got to take this away and this away and this. And he's working on a scale of thousands and thousands of people, you know. So Osho, being the genius that he is that he would say, one day he would say specifically talk to you, and the next day he would specifically talk to you, and when he said it, what he would say to you would be exactly opposite to what he said to her. Well, we're talking about thousands of people. So Osho's way was we couldn't say, this is the way I've got to go, because the next day he would say the opposite. So the way he helped us was to not give us a dogma, not say, okay, if I do this and follow this path, I will be the perfect Osho disciple, sannyasin. If I do that, you couldn't do that with Osho. And so what that means is that everybody who came to Osho experienced Osho in their own reality. So we all began to live who we really were. And that was a great gift, because then there's a freedom. And the freedom is almost like a chaos. It's almost like a chaos, because it's like, well, what is right then? What is right? Who, you know, what if it's, you know, like if you follow a path of bhakti yoga, you know what to do. This is what you do. But there was nothing like that with Osho. It was sing your own song, you know. So what Osho gave us was a sense of freedom, and that sense becomes a reality, you know. That there's that beyond this physical thing is a freedom that we all relate to, and we all understand, and we all live in it. So it's like beneath the surface, no matter how hard your life is, and no matter how tough it is, and how many terrible things, underneath there is bliss. And Osho's helped me to realize that underneath the surface of everything, there is an ocean of bliss. And how you access that ocean is different depending on who we are. Everyone has their own path to access that. But at least we know it's there, you know. So Osho was amazing. Osho was just incredible, because he was very courageous and very brave. He didn't care what people thought of him. In fact, he liked it when there was trouble. It was that thing, seducing, you know, because he liked the edge. He liked to be out on the edge. That's where he liked to be, you know. So come on, you know, like, wow, you've been a hippie, you're a hippie, you've taken all these drugs, you want to come into meditation? Come a little more, see what this, and then a little more, you know, and suddenly then you're, wow, out on the edge, and then Osho just pushes you off. See you, bye, next one, come. In a way, that's how I've experienced Osho, and my friends that I'm close with experience him in that kind of way, you know.
There's really nothing to achieve so much, you know, nothing to achieve in Osho's world, in his that he doesn't have a practice that you do this and then that happens and then you go to the next level, or so it's really to the responsibility of every one of us to live it the way we can live it the most intensely and the most precious, this life, and also that he has talked and given us so much insight on all these different paths, it's really that we feel that the essence is the same in all the different religions and the different enlightened gurus and beings, and so like my path with the mantras, it's not really in Osho's world. There's not that much emphasis on mantras. He's talked a few times about mantras, a few times positively, and sometimes also he said like, oh, you might as well say Coca-Cola, because he talked about the automatic repetition, and he wanted to shake the traditional beliefs, and then you can find your own, your own truth, and then you're not a follower. He never wanted us to be followers, and he was such a self-made. He made his path himself. He didn't follow anyone either. So he didn't have a technique, oh, I did this, and then I became enlightened because I did this, and now you do this because this is what works, It just is all very free, and that's very scary because there's nothing much to hold on to. And so you really have to trust yourself to trust yourself that you know how to live this life in the most respectful way.